2E0XVX little video with the Ultimate 3 QRP Labs beacon. So as you can see, I put it in the case which I actually bought from QRP Labs. And the only thing I've done is I've put a green LED light in the front. It's normally got a blank in there, you can put a switch on it, whatever, but this is it. What I've done on the back is I put an extra SMA socket on there which I connect my GPS antenna onto. So this is the Ultimate S3. Right, inside we take a look. I put the GPS board in there and the relay board, so you have a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus the one on there. You've got 6 low pass filters that can be added at any one time, which can be programmed by the main board. Now the only thing I found with this kit is this GPS board. For some reason it's way too big, I don't know why, but what I've done is I've put a pigtail connector which obviously goes to the air in there. If you put the standard GPS sensor which goes on the underside, does not work in the aluminium box, you don't get a signal, so you need to get an external antenna on it. Tried it, been there, doesn't work. And what I did was my SMA socket, you need to make sure you get a right angled one, because there is not a great deal of room inside there if you go with one that goes straight up. And the problem I find is with this, I'll try and get the light in, there's not a great deal of room between here and here. Look at my finger now, look, I don't know whether on the video it looks bigger than what it is, but that is not a great deal of room in there. And on this side you are really tight up against the low pass filters. So what I did to get around this was I raised the GPS board up as far as I could, and underneath I've added 2 buck converters that sit side by side underneath there, one supplying 5 volts and one supplying 9 volts. The 9 volt one is for the power amplifier. I've added the 3, I think you can see down there, I've added the 3 chips, extra transistors. I've added the extra 3 transistors to give it more power, and I put it on a meter and it's chucking out about 830 milliwatts. So it's got a fair bit of power on there. That's running on the 9 volts. If you run it on the 5 volts you get about 250 milliamps. But you need to have 2 powers, one 5 volts which runs the main board. Don't put any more than 5 volts in there or you blow it up. I found that out. I had to order another one. Fried the main board. So you've got the LCD screen board, the main board, one low pass filter that goes on the main board. That's your synthesizer, sits on the top, and then I've got the relay board kit which connects up via a socket on there. So that's how I got around having the GPS board built in a nice compact way of doing it. Other than that, you've got to shove the GPS board outside of the case, and I tried to get it so it was all built in anyway. So that is my kit and it works really well. Some results, I'll give you some results. Running this on 30 meters on 850 milliwatts, I got from where I am by QTH in Market Harbour, Leicestershire, I hit all of America, right the way down into the Caribbean, then as far down as Brazil. North I got a research ship in the North Pole. They picked up my signal, we're using it for their to find out their position. That was just quite good. I actually phoned the guy up and spoke to him on the phone. And then I've got right into Europe, way into the top end of Russia. I got where the submarines are based in Russia. I got a hit up in there. Not much further than that eastbound, which is fair enough, right into almost into Siberia, and down to Madagascar, and the farthest southeast was at a VK station in New South Wales, so it did really well. So I'm really pleased with this. It's now on the bench, been there, done it, I've got it working. Project I've built and finished, along with a couple of other projects I've got here. So I've got the GPS clock and the signal generator kit down there. But yeah, this is one bit of kit. If you want to build a project for the winter time and have something that's built, done it, understand how it works, a great kit. The Ultimate 3 QRP Labs Whisper Kit. 7 3s.